G'day guys, Bennymacca here. This time I'm joined with another TP, Tom Duggs on the TP forums. G'day Tom.
Hey mate, how you doing?
Not too bad. Luke sent me another hand history the other day. This one's of his, I think it's a bigger 55.
Yeah, he told me there's a few spewy spots in it, so we shall see.
Yeah, so there's about 300 hands here. I think it finishes just before the final table, and he did say that there was one point in time where he sits out for about 20 minutes because he has connection issues, so we'll see how we go.
So
anyway, so I'll just get going here. Jack 3 is fold.
obvious fold.
4x out of this button, folding. Blah blah blah. I don't mind.
Not the worst for.
No, I don't mind.
I don't mind
playing
this.
here.
I like it better than I like how he folded out of the big blind before with virtually the same hand, because playing this out of positions can be way harder to get value in a multi-way pot because he's going to want to check raise, but most of the time it's going to be check back. Whereas if you're on the button, you can still raise it, but you also have the opportunity to bet last.
Yep, flat's good, and that's a horrible board. I'm folding.
Easy fold.
It's probably going to be a bit boring for this early stages.
Here we go. 4x. Is that 4x? Am I reading that right?
Yeah, I don't know. I probably like 3xing still, but it's not.
It's not gonna, especially this early. It's not really going to matter because unless he's got history with them, they're not going to really know any different.
Yeah.
And he could be 4x in full range this deep. Like, people don't do it, but there's nothing really wrong with it. Like 150 deep.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I mean, in cash games, people make it 3.5x, well, between 2.5 and 3.5. So I'm not sure why people
don't
like
people
min-raising
don't 4x because people don't think it's good. Because people don't want to have to downsize from 4.5 to 3 to 3 down to 2.5 and down to 2. So it's just easier if you say 3x is the max because people want to be opening a wider range in position. So they want to be opening a wider range from the button and cut off without having to adjust your sizing to position, which people think is a bit telegraphic of your range.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I mean, I think 3x is my standard early on, and I think, but I don't necessarily hate 4xing if you're going to do it the whole time. But anyway, we get like
lots of flats,
a million flatters. And it's not a great board for us. I probably still see bet here. I don't know what
I'd probably bet like third pot and then fold to a shove because you're still getting called by flush draws. And hands like 8, 9 and stuff are still going to peel on.
Yeah, 8s, 9s, 10s, jacks are all there. They're probably.
And I wouldn't go for a second street on most turns.
No. Really,
almost any turns. I'd probably bet check and then evaluate river.
Huh. So we've got a min bet basically and 2 flatters. I reckon you've just about got odds to spike a 2 out of here.
Yeah.
Even if you think he's got it. Yeah. So flatting's good. Oh, and there we go. Beautiful.
Probably lead.
I'm leading here too. Yeah, I'm leading.
I'd be leading slightly over, even just because people don't know what they're doing, judging by their sizing.
Yeah. Yeah. See, he was just obviously dicking around because the flush was there. So and he's
also worth noting that he bets according to hand strength.
Yeah.
So his min bets are weak and his pot sizes are strong. You have to bet river now. It kind of sucks though, Jack 10 to get there.
Yeah, I mean Jack 10 does get there, but I'd probably bet quite large here. I reckon you could probably nearly bet 400 odd.
Yeah, sounds good. 450.
You could almost bet pot. I mean, it's nearly getting called as often as what a half pot bet gets called.
Yeah, because there's no flushes in anyone's range.
No.
Literally the only hand that beats us is Jack 10, and it's relatively unlikely. So you're getting called by a lot of Ace Jack hands, Ace 10, Ace 6, Ace 7, all those hands.
Yeah.
So I'd bet pretty big.
So let's see what we got here, and we got to check again.
I would definitely bet.
Yeah.
2 streets of value.
And then min
I'd
bet
be
on
raising
raise.
Aspade because he must have ace X, and I highly doubt. Oh, I'd definitely raise there. I think we're missing value.
Yeah, I think Gone Golfing here has got ace-6 or ace-7.
Yeah, I don't think he has. Yeah, he could even have something like ace 8, ace 9, and just believe we are bluffing because he doesn't really know what he's doing.
Yeah.
And his general sizing is quite indicative. So
Yeah, ace-7.
yeah, there we go. Yeah, wee bit of value missed.
Looks like we got a table change. And I'm just checking this down.
Check folding.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yep. Folding.
Fold's
Yeah.
fine.
Oh, folding, but
Yeah.
opening if it came to us.
Yep. That's fine.
Fold's fine. Fine, fold.
What do you think about limping behind here?
I'd limp with it suited. I'd limp probably with a range of hands that are going to flop better. So things like 8-7 suited, even like 8-10 suited, 9-7 suited. No, even hands like 10 jack off are just going to flop phenomenally better than ace 3 off. Like
Yeah.
we do have wheel draws. That's the only advantage, that this is slightly better than limping with like ace 6 off. But we're never making a good pair.
Yeah,
And of
I
course-
agree with you. But
And then, of course, we just turn trips, which is great. But I stand by it. If it's suited, we can actually play it for a lot more equity, because when we flop flush draws, even if we don't hit, it allows us to continue and kind of realise some of our backdoor other equity from aces and 3s on turns and rivers.
yeah,
Which
that's a good
is
point.
the main advantage of the suited. It's not really the hot and cold equity, it's the ability to continue on further streets.
Yeah,
Which is why suited equity increases exponentially when your stack depth gets deeper. Which is why having a suited hand doesn't really matter at like 10 big blinds, but it's really important at like 100 to 150.
yeah, I agree with that. Alright, so now we've got ace 2 suited here and we've just limped. I'd probably just like raising here.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of open limping, but it's not... Like, if there's hands to limp with, this is far. I'd bet if it's check to me.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to bet there. I think you got to try
Yeah,
and
like 90.
narrow down their ranges a little bit. If one of these
Different value,
guys,
there's so many hands that are going to float, and there's so many middling pairs and like king queen off, and hands that have very little equity against us that we can definitely bet for value against.
yeah, I agree. And now we're in a bit of a tough spot because if one of these guys bets, we don't really know what to do in a bit of no man's land.
Yeah.
And now we have to check and
I
See.
don't love call.
yeah, I'd probably
Yeah,
nearly
see.
check fold now, which is kind of sucky, but
And there's virtually no good turn cards, river cards now either.
yeah, looks like we chop
Because
it up.
once the nine spade's almost the worst card, because now any paint, any spade, any eight or 7 now completes a whole ton of draws. That makes sense to bet on that turn.
Yeah,
So we can never really ever raise for any kind of value or anything. Whereas we could have just easily bet 3 streets there if the board runs out better, and in a limp pot we can get called by worse quite easily
yeah.
on that texture. Set mining here, obviously. Well, I think.
Oh, we got
fold.
a 3-bet here. I think that's a fold. Yeah, that's fine. I like the fold here out of position.
Yeah. Fold. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
It's no equity.
there's it basically has to come 4-4 for you to be happy with your
Or
hand.
queen 4.
Yeah,
And the kind of boards that we connect with, we're blocking everything. So like, there's no way we can cooler him with much, because he'd have to be giving it in with an overpair that he somehow limped.
yeah,
For us, they will win like a 150 big blind pot.
yep. I like the fold there
Fine.
too.
I would not be walking people. I'd probably open this.
Yeah, I'd just
Probably,
be opening
probably,
150.
probably one of the worst hands I'd be opening. Probably open. Yeah, queen 5 suited is probably one of the worst queens I'm opening, I guess. Probably folding queen. Oh,
I'd probably open all suited queens. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I just hate limp, especially when then it's early on and there's no way that they're going to be playing back yet. Like, if you know he's a good reg that's going to 3-bet you all the time, then I might just walk him here with a pretty wide range. But in this scenario, there's nothing to suggest that we're not going to pick up those blinds pretty easily. So I'd just be ready.
Equally, it's pre-ante, so there's way less in the middle to fight for.
Yeah, that's true too. I could probably nearly open here, but
yeah, I'd be opening that just because we're going to be in position the vast majority of the time. Opening that, obviously.
Yep. 2.5.
I'd be going 3 still at this step.
Yeah, I do too, but 2.5's not bad.
Nah, it's fine. I'd just rather have bigger pots post-flop because that's when people make their most mistakes.
Yeah.
Whereas we're not like people aren't 3-betting us, so we don't need to economise our raise fold size. If you know what I mean.
Yeah. I like the defend here, but it's
easy fold. Yeah.
And same thing again, out of position. It's just you're not going to flop enough equity to make it worth it.
Nah. I'd be opening that if it was unraised.
Yeah, definitely.
But I'm fine with the fold. Fine with the fold.
Could open here if you're getting frisky, but whatever. And if we're suited here, oh no, we're starting to get a bit shallow. I'd probably be folding.
Now that the blinds have gone up, they've effectively halved our effective stack. So I think I'm 35
all the time.
35 pre-ante, so I'm not really defending a super wide range anymore, especially because it's a early to mid position open.
Yeah, I agree.
So I probably defend all pairs. That's about as weak as my range would go in terms of speculating.
I think a hand like 10 jack suited or something like that.
Yeah.
Fine.
But
or jack 9 suited.
Stronger than 4-6.
Oh yeah.
So the weakest hand, in terms of hand strength, I'd be flatting would be 2-2.
Yeah.
And then I'd be flatting a lot of playable stuff like 8-9 suited, 10 jack suited, 10 jack off, queen 10 suited, queen king, everything.
Yep.
Sizing's okay. Get 3-bet.
Right, so we get a flat and then a 3-bet from a guy who's got 32 to start the hand.
I'm probably just getting it in here. I'd probably 4-bet to 14.50 and call a shove. No, that's a bit too much for a stack. This is quite uncomfortable.
Yeah, I mean, you almost have to pile on him, but that's kind of weird as well.
I'd rather just 4-bet because, even if he's getting it in with a slightly wider range, we always want to give him an opportunity to spew, and he can make some weird flat and fold stuff, which is only ever going to benefit us.
Yeah. So I reckon if we make it, say, 1,300 here, and then he flats, then there's going to be 2,900 in the pot, and we're going to have about 2k stacks, so we're just going to be easily shoving on the flop, so I think...
Yeah, 14.
14's fine.
Yeah. Calling a shove.
Oh, get 3 added. Oh, well. Oh, geez.
Jam.
Yeah, that's all. But we must have a sick comeback here. Yep. Nice hold.
So frustrating to win the 70-30 for 4 big blinds.
Yeah.
To lose it for 60. Jam, obviously.
Obviously getting in again. And we didn't win another one.
And we're up to 15 big blinds. Tournament poker. Fold. Fold. Are you ever raise folding the stack? I'm not, but I've talked to people that do.
In a turbo, yes. Definitely. But mostly when... Not this early. When it's later in the tournament and there's antes, I think you can definitely raise fold this stack because a lot of the time 15 big blinds is close to average.
Yeah, that's for sure. But pre-ante at this stage, when the the average stacks are a lot deeper, just doesn't seem effective.
People just go whatever and just shove on you so often that it's just
yeah. Fine with the fold on the gun there. Fine with a fold here.
Yeah.
Jam if it gets unopened to us.
Yeah.
Folding.
Just fold.
Jamming, unopened, fold now.
I don't really like this, just for the fact
We
that it's
have
an
no
under the
fold
gun.
equity.
Yeah. If it was...
And his stack size. Wouldn't, like, he's not, he shouldn't ever be folding.
No.
That's not the stack you should be raised folding under the gun.
No, but if it was, say, the cutoff here, that was, well, sorry, hijack, that was opening, then you might even have enough equity to get it in against his range.
Yeah.
Like, if you just want to take a flip and gamble. But against the under the gun range, I don't think we're going to be good enough. And so we get a call from 9-10 as well. Wow. That's pretty close to the absolute bottom of his opening range, let alone he shouldn't ever be calling there. That's just a bit silly.
I can't believe he even opened that there, to be honest.
Yeah. So ace-9, and we open. I'm just jamming. Yeah, definitely jamming.
Like, we're under 10 big blinds. It does look ridiculously strong, which is kind of cool, but if we ever get flattered, it's going to be horrible.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Just folding.
And we pile, which is, I mean...
We don't really have fold equity because he's going to be jamming anything that he doesn't want to raise call.
Can you hear that thunder there?
Yeah, I can hear the thunder.
Yeah,
but
crazy.
What I think is I just don't think he's ever going to raise fold here. If he's going to raise fold, he'll either open fold, limp, or jam or raise call. People just don't raise fold a 12 big blind stack, blind versus blind, virtually ever.
Yeah, I kind of agree. And we're getting there on the river. There it is. Back up to start stack. This tourney's moved pretty fast, actually. Where start stack's only 20 bigs already.
Still pre-ante as well.
Yeah.
Can happily fold to the 4x, and we've got another table change, do we?
Yes, we have now.
Fine with the open, obviously.
Yeah.
That's gross, man.
I'm
probably folding here.
I'm probably folding here too. It's just his 3-bet range, his under the gun +1 3-bet range of an under the gun opener was like...
Especially when you look at the stacks we're raising into. There's 420 bit. There's one of the blinds is 10 big blinds, and 3 of the stacks behind us are 20 big blinds.
Yeah,
and we're 20 big blinds. It's like almost the nut worst spot to open light.
Yeah.
After just being moved to a table.
I mean, do you ever do that with 9s here? If you're
3x,
team sexy 14? Yeah. I mean,
probably not versus a random.
Nah.
Almost ever.
It's
like,
I reckon it's probably like 10s plus and ace queen suited
and
plus.
the 3x just further narrows the range. Because if I want to 3-bet fold something, my sizing is going to be small for everything. And we pile, and he probably calls us ahead or flipping.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get there.
And we get there. So yeah, I think that was... I mean, I don't actually mind even folding pre with 20 bigs there.
What, as in raise fold, or...?
No, just open folding under the gun. I mean, it might seem weak, but if we're folding to any pile, except for maybe the small blind, then...
Yeah, I don't know if we fold into any pile. Like, if action comes from Salty Call, Trutman, or Leo Lion, we can probably reevaluate. Even if the sizing's different, like if the sizing's 2.2 and reggish, we can reevaluate and maybe flat or maybe jam depending on the position, like especially if it comes from the big blind or something.
Yeah.
But when it's a 3x from under the gun +1, I think we just have to let it go. Plus, we do get flattered by the big blind or people behind, and non-0% of the time by worse hands. So I'm okay with opening, but I think it's just 100% a raise fold.
Yep, I agree. You've convinced me. Yeah.
It's always reassuring. Fine with folding. Opening if it comes to us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm opening
Definitely
there.
opening there.
That's quite a comfortable open. We'll be opening there. I'm fine
Yeah.
folding, especially given our image now because everyone saw us get it in really dead.
Yeah, I mean, if we had a bit of a nittier image, I'd probably even 3-bet here.
Yeah, but we just raised called and sucked out hugely, so people are just gonna not believe us
Yeah,
because even people are weird like that. They'll just assume you're bad if you ever win a hand when you had less equity than your opponent,
yeah,
and they'll just call you more, and that's their adjustment. They'll just call you more. They won't raise you more. They won't bet more. They'll just call heaps.
yeah.
I'm probably folding here just because of our stack size.
Yep.
It's,
What
it's
about
okay.
what about making it say 1100
Well,
here?
1100. Yeah, 1100 would be fine. I just don't think that we're getting a hell of a lot of respect, especially after the last Orbit's hand. But yeah, we will get through a decent amount. It's just we've also just got 30 bigs and it's pre-ante, so we're not actually like if there were antes in there, that's like another blind of incentive
Yeah,
to try steal.
I agree with that. I like the
I've
open
been,
here. You can
I
probably
don't
even
like
make
the
it smaller.
sizing min raise. I've been min raising.
Yeah, a lot of the times pre-ante here, I still make it like 2.2, so like 444 or something like that.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I'm especially making it min here because of the big blind stack. I mean, if we're making it this side, we can't raise fold to the 12 big blinds, small blind.
Small blind, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah, well, the 12 big blind stack and the small blinds.
Yeah.
So if we're going to min raise, if we're going to raise fold to them, then it has to be a min raise, or we're just setting half a blind on fire.
Yeah.
Fine folding. Pretty easy fold. Yeah, we've been pretty tight now, so if a 3-bet spot came up now, it would probably be a bit better spot to take it.
Yeah. Oh, we get a walk.
I'm probably flatting.
Um,
Flatting versus Huck.
yeah.
I don't really want a 3-bet call. I
No.
don't want a 3 jam. Like if he made it 3x, I'm jamming, but if he min raises, I'm just flatting.
If the button here opens in this spot, I think it's a good 3-bet fold spot.
3-bet fold. He's. Are you reading that right? The big blind, the button's got 4,000 blinds, 250.
Oh, sorry, that's like 16 bigs. No.
Yeah, I'd be jamming.
Sorry. Yeah, you're right. I'd be jamming.
Yeah.
Thought we were deeper than we were.
Yeah, so what happens with these turbos?
So
Is this the hand? This is an obvious fold. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't mind the side thing. Obvious raise fold though. You could even limp if you think he's smashing it on you a lot.
Yeah. I agree.
But we get there.
Using a lot of run good in this tournament, Luke. I don't mind an open here, but once again, because we got it in bad and won the last
Sucked
game,
out. It's
I
not
think
so bad. Especially because Team 6 is going to be a little tilted. So he's just
Yeah, so he's probably just going
going
to
to tilt jam on us
face.
a ton. Yeah.
Jacks. 3x under the gun.
Wait, what are the stacks behind? We've got 40. We've got 50 big blinds, 20, 40. Yeah, I'm. I'm flatting.
I was about to say the same thing. I kind of like flatting here. I mean, these guys aren't going to go nuts like the guys directly behind us.
Yeah.
We can safely get it in against the blinds.
Yeah, and the small blind's going to have to put his chips in, and it's not going to reopen the betting. So it's not like we're going to get flattered, and then he's going to be able to 3-bet us.
Yeah.
When the blinds open up, and the big blind's got just enough. He's got what, 14 bigs there, maybe a bit less. He's got enough that he can happily shove it in with stupid hands, and Huck has to really turn his range face up before we have to act.
Yep, I agree. So flatting is good.
And now if Huck folds, we can easily call off.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Except it's good.
But no, I like the way that was played. That was good. I mean, it almost turns our range face up too after we flat. Because, like...
I don't think so, because our range is uncapped, because with the stacks behind, we can comfortably be flagging aces here.
Yeah, but it's...
Like,
I think it's weighted towards stronger hands. I don't think...
Oh, yeah. As in we don't have any air or anything?
We never have air. I don't think I flat king, queen, or ace, jack. I don't think I flat fives here.
Well, we're deep. We're like 40... We're almost 50 big blinds deep. We're 45 big blinds deep. We can be flatting pairs to set mine here.
I agree, except for the fact that the blinds are pretty much putting it in a lot of the time, and it means we're going to be playing a multi-way pot. And if one of these guys... I mean, if we have fives here, it'd be good if one of the other guys flat, but I'm not sure how often they do that. I mean, I might even fold, like... sixes.
I'm definitely flatting like eights plus at least. Probably sevens.
Yeah.
Sixes is kind of shit, but I probably fold. But like if I knew the blinds were really, really nitty or going to do never doing any kind of jamming, then it's fine. Because especially with the small blind not reopening the action, this is effectively a 3.5x because he's going to have to put in half a big blind and we won't be able to re-raise.
Yeah. I think this is one of those... Sorry, I think this is one of those spots where I don't flat aces and kings often enough. I think
I just don't think I have a 3-bet range in this spot because it just looks so retarded strong.
Yeah, I mean, I think I 3-bet queens through aces too often here.
Yeah. Like I'm flatting ace king, I'm flatting ace queen.
Yeah, and I think I should. If you're flatting ace king, you should be flatting aces here as well, I think.
Yeah, for sure. I think I'm flatting ace... I'm probably flatting ace jack here and calling the big blind shove. Just playing it the exact same way we played this jacks, because he can be shoving a lot worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't know that I'm folding ace 10 suited and offsuit.
Yeah,
King queen suited's a fold. I don't really like it, but it's a fold.
Okay, so we get a 3x open.
I'm defending. Oh no, how deep are we with these big blinds? I'm defending here.
Yeah, I mean you could 3-bet fold as well.
We've got position, which I don't really like throwing away. Like I'd be much more inclined to 3-bet the button. But he's just he's obviously shown that he just gives up on hands. So
Yeah, I agree. I don't mind this float. I mean, if you're going to be flatting here, then that board doesn't hit his range. I mean, he's going to be c-betting.
It's not a great board to raise either, which is what I was thinking.
No, because it's kind of full of shit. Like, your rep is so thin.
Yeah, so it's like our float is a much more believable line, and then that's always a nice turn. And then of course we float again. I'd be floating.
I don't like that. Yeah, I'd be just flatting again.
Flat and let them just pound it in on the river.
Yeah. And
if he checks to us, probably bet smallish, because his range is weighted to like check fold than it is to check call.
Yeah, I agree. So I'd be calling here and then calling a river shove. If he has a better king or aces, then whatever.
All we're doing is narrowing his range here, the hands that beat us or are very, very slightly behind.
Yeah, because he's never calling off queens here. He
probably spike calls queens like half the time, but the point is that he's not bet calling like king. Like he calls us with all kings, but most of his range is bet folding.
Yeah,
like
I agree.
All his value ace hands he's betting for value are now folding.
Yeah,
we've just kind of narrowed his range to one where we had like 75 to 80% equity, and we now have 55, 60 when we get it in.
Yeah,
which
I
is
agree.
Just a waste, really, because he folds like 2/3 of the time, and it sucks. Numbers off the top of my head, obviously.
Yeah, I can open here as well, but folding's not too bad.
Opening here,
good open. It's a good board to c-bet, which we do.
Yeah,
and fold it's fine.
Take it down.
So this guy's 3xing again. I probably flat here again.
Yeah, well, he's just playing badly post-flop, so it seems silly to bloat pots with him, and then floating.
Yeah, we've raised here. I'm not a fan of this either.
See, we're actually narrowing the range we get value from so much because Ace 10, Ace 7 beat us, Ace King beats us. Like, are we getting it in now? Because
yeah,
I don't know that. Like, we get value from Ace Jack, obviously, but I don't know that Ace 9, Ace 8, and Ace I don't know if he's opening worse than Ace 7 often enough and stacking off.
yeah, I agree.
Because he probably bet folds like Ace 6 here, and that's just a horrible turn card for us.
Yeah, so after he checks here, I'm probably just checking back and calling river.
And leave it. Yeah.
Or at
and
least
betting
evaluating. So we pile. I'm not sure what we get value from unless we got some sort of specific read that he's just going to call off with like any worse ace here. I really don't like this.
Yeah. The only good thing is hands like Ace 9 and Ace 8 now have gather equity, which might make them call, but it's not great.
Yeah, well, and he stacks off with Ace 5.
That's bad.
So maybe you've picked up on something that we haven't in this, which is, you know...
He might be running at like 10, 50, 10 or something, which gives it away.
Yeah.
Which makes it completely fine. But even then, the SPR is such that we could get it in 3 streets just by letting them bet. If he bets, it's a shove by river.
Yeah, and I agree. I would be flatting and just letting him think he's got the best hand the whole way.
And just tool out to us.
Yep.
We also